Uh, I usually would have been asleep by now, but I couldn't sleep. So today I was cleaning up. How you I was getting rid of some papers. I uh I was cleaning up, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like I got all these papers, and I really don't the papers getting old, and I don't have no use for them. So I ran across this the cease and desist letter, and it just the letter just brought back so many memories, and I was just hurt by the letter because it destroyed, like, my best friend. Like, we were good friends, and it just destroyed the relationship that we had. And so I'm gonna tell you about the cease and desist letter, and because I just want to release it. Like, sometimes before you could get some good rest, you have to release stuff. So that's what I'm working to do. Just releasing, and I'm gonna be totally honest and tell you the whole thing. So grab a cup of tea with me as I spill the tea on me. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the beginning. So if you got time, spend a little time with me. So when I was younger, I met this lady named Lady Alexia. She was a pastor's wife, and she took me under her wing. I hope y'all can hear me clearly. Okay, so let me sit up a little bit so I can tell you. Okay, so so when I met this lady, and she took me under her wing, and I just I took to it. Like, we kind of we became very close. One day at church, Lady Alexia fell out. Like, and when she fell out, I just knew that she wasn't gonna be with us much longer. I don't know how I knew it, but I just knew it. And so before I went to school, I used to go and check on Lady Alexia. Cause I would go and see if she needed anything, or after school, I would always check on her, like I was the daughter she never had, because she only had one son. Um, so this is more tougher than I thought, to be able to just speak it out and tell what happened. So just bear with me, because it kind of weighed heavy on my heart. Like, today, I just kind of been a little down. I always got this uppity spirit, but after seeing the letter today, my spirit's just been down a bit. So, okay. So I just, when I came across the letter, it just brought back so many memories of how many relationships this decease and desist letter destroyed. And it just broke my heart. And so I'm gonna just say, so as I went to check on her every day, and okay, so I'm gonna just fast forward, because you got to read my book to get the whole story, but I'm gonna give you as much as I can, because it's been weighing heavy on my heart. So, okay. Okay, so I got older, I got into a relationship with this boy, and he wasn't like, he would sleep with all my friends. I couldn't even bring people around him, because he was always sleeping with anybody who I brought around. And Lady Alexa always was, my I always go to the hospital and talk to her. So first she just got sicker and sicker. First she was on a walker, and then she ended up in a wheelchair, and then she just ended up in the hospital, and I used to go and see her all the time in the hospital. And she would tell me to go and she would have me to do stuff at her house, like cook or clean up or just whatever she needed, whatever they needed to be done. And so I did that a lot, even when she wasn't in the hospital. So it was just like I don't know, I just a thing that I did. And let me have some, grab y'all a cup of tea because I'm spilling the tea on me. Okay, so she was my comfort. Like I would tell her all about the boy, okay, and the stuff that he was doing. And so I ended up pregnant. And I was 15 years old, okay, and I was pregnant. And now my family kind of don't, a lot of people don't know this about me because I kind of kept this a secret. So, but I'm just coming clean with everything. I don't care what people think. I don't really I'm spilling the tea on me. So I got pregnant at the age of 15, and I was gonna go to the hospital and tell Lady Alexia that I was pregnant. But before I could tell her what happened, she passed away. Uh, oh God, it's harder than I thought talking about it. So before I can tell her that I was pregnant, she passed away, and I ended up telling the boy's family about I ended up telling the boy family, his name Antonio. I ended up telling him about his family about that I was pregnant, and they said, "Okay, well, we're gonna take care of it. We don't believe in abortions, but y'all too young to have a baby." So his auntie couldn't have kids, and they they took the baby like from me. I wanted to keep my baby, but I was too scared to tell my mother that I was pregnant, and I my mother was strict, you know what I'm saying? Like she was that church lady, she was so strict, and I was scared to tell her. And his family took the baby. They and I wanted my baby, but yeah, I really wanted my baby, but they convinced me that that was the right thing to do, that we was too young and we couldn't have, that was gonna mess up our life. Because they came out with it was gonna mess up both of our life, but then it was him that they was kept on saying. And so but I'm gonna get to the deceased and desist letter. Okay? So I just want to tell you the whole story so I don't just really miss nothing. Okay, so I when I was pregnant, I moved in with Lady Alexia. I mean, with her son Popcorn and her husband Nakil, because I was always going over there taking care of stuff. Like I always came over there and cooked. Like when she was alive, I did everything, and so when she passed, I felt like I need to still help them. They needed me, my helpful ass. I think they needed me, right? And so it was tough telling you more than I thought it was gonna be. And so Nakil, kind of me and him, like it was like, okay, so I was always a little bit more mature for my age because I hung out with older people. And Nikhil and I kind of had a relationship. It was like he always called me his breath of fresh air because when I was pregnant, I was going through stuff, and I was in a garage smoking a joint, and he caught me red-handed. And I wasn't disrespectful, or nothing, but he seen me smoking, and he just kept standing there talking to me. So I was smoking while he was standing there, and he eventually he said, "Pass it to me." Well, he a grown man, so I passed it. And oh God, so so one night. Nakil was sitting at the dining room table, and he was crying because he had lost his wife, and he was crying, and I rubbed his shoulder. I went back behind him, and he got up and kissed me. And then he caught himself. He like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to do that." And I knew that we was just dangerously close. It was like it's really a teenage girl shouldn't be hanging around with a older man that's he just lost his wife. It was like, so fast forward to a few years later, I got with this guy. I got back with the baby daddy Antonio, even though all the stuff that he kept doing to me, I just kept doing with it. And I was with and I was with we was all friends, like me, Popcorn, Chino, and Michelle. We all grew up together. Like we was all friends. And so they didn't like how Antonio was doing me. They all of them kept on saying, "Oh, well, stop being with him." And, then me and Chino kind of got close, but we didn't mess around like at first. And after so fast forward after a while, I oh God, after a while, Popcorn got shot. Okay, so because I'm gonna just fast forward and tell you that so I can get to the deceased and desist letter. So Popcorn got shot, and like okay, let me just tell you how it happened. Okay, I was asleep, I was out of town, and I was asleep on my bed, and somebody sat on my bed, Lady Alexia, and she said, "Popcorn in trouble." I don't care if you believe it or not, but I'm telling you, this is what happened. She woke me up out of my sleep and she told me Popcorn in trouble. And I woke up and I paged them because this was before we had cell phones and stuff like that. So I had to page him, and I was paging him. And usually if I page Popcorn, he called me right back within that hour. He always called me right back. And I was calling the house phone, wasn't nobody answering. And so finally I called Michelle. I'm like, well, what's going on? And she told me that Popcorn had got shot. He was in a coma. And oh goodness, it just destroyed me. Like I kind of try not to cry because this is why I'm like hurt so bad right now because I as soon as I came in, I got to town from the airport, I went to Popcorn's side. Like I was like, I was there for him. Like he was like I changed his pampers. Like I did everything. Like I was a good friend to him. Like I was there for him when his mother passed away. Like I was a good friend. And when so Popcorn got a bad infection one day, and we didn't know if he was gonna make it or not. Like we didn't know if he was gonna make it or not. And like I was going back and forward, like I was helping Akil out too because like and then one day he was crying. He was like, "I lost my wife. I can't lose my son." And like and then like and I was comforting him, and he kissed me, and like we slept together, like we went all the way, like and I didn't pursue him, I didn't flaunt myself in front of him, like I didn't, it wasn't nothing like that, like like, I didn't pursue him, like I none of that stuff. I promise you I didn't do that. Like and so anyway, Popcorn ended up getting better, and like and then me and Nakil, he wanted to cover it up. He wanted us to get married to try and make it okay that he slept with me. I was like, man, I was 19 years old, and I knew it was gonna destroy a lot of life. Now, remind you, I had a daughter, and I wanted a relationship with my daughter. Like, I wanted a relationship with my daughter. I kept on trying to, like, get somehow, but all she ever heard was bad stuff about me. Like, she never heard anything, all the good stuff about me. Like, I do a lot of good stuff, man. Like, I donate to a lot of charities. I volunteer at shelters. I do a lot of good stuff to make up for the bad stuff that I done. And like, she ain't never gonna talk to me because all she ever heard was the bad stuff about me. And so fast forward to now, Nakil all of a sudden now because he found out that I was writing a book, and he came out with this cease and desist letter. And like, everybody found out about us. Like, he told Popcorn, he just told everybody, about us sleeping together. And I was like, that was something you're supposed to take to the grave with you. You wasn't supposed to put our business out there. And like, not Popcorn hate me. My daughter, like, my daughter hate me, man. Like, I done wrote letters to her, and I done did everything to try and get a relationship with her. And then a lot of people just like it destroyed a lot of relationships and friendships. And man, Popcorn don't even talk to me. And it's like, and I wiped your ass for you. Like, you ain't forgive me for some shit I did when I was 19. And then he acting like I flaunted myself in front of him. Like, no, I ain't gonna be the bad guy in this situation. Like, you're not gonna just make it seem like I'm the bad person. You need to tell your son the truth, not kill. You know damn well you came on to me. Like, I know I've done a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I know, that what type of person that I did. Like, I was recovering from a sex addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But I was recovering from that. Like, I don't, I ain't into that no more. I changed a lot, and I try to be this good person, but it seemed like my past just keep on haunting me. Like, I just can't get away from it. Like, oh, so when he wrote this cease and desist letter, it's just like, dang. And I thought I threw it away. Like, I just thought, and then I ran across of it as I was getting rid of all, I was cleaning up today some papers, because sometimes we get all these papers and junks and stuff that we ain't never gonna read. And I'm like, dang, I had papers for years and stuff, and I just was going through it, and this letter, and then I'm like, dang, I miss my friends, how all the relationships that got destroyed. And yeah, I just had to release it before I went to bed, y'all, because sometimes it's better to talk to people than just just holding it in. And I had to wait till the kids and stuff went to bed, because I ain't want them. I know they could kind of tell something was right, but I needed to just couldn't sleep. Like, it just bothered me, and I'm an early bird. I usually get up at about 4, and it's like 2:04. Well, it's 2:14, and I'm still woke. I haven't been asleep, and I just couldn't sleep, y'all. But I had to release it. I mean, just crazy how your past be like, man, your past be like, have you ever seen like Halloween? Your past keep on you running and running and running away from it, and it just keep on catching back up to you. It's like, it's best to just turn around and just face it instead of just trying to run from it. But I'm telling y'all, if you got something that you just running from, you might as well just face it, because it's hard to just, you know, just it's hard. It's been hard for me, y'all. I'm telling you, man, ooh, it's a more thing. I just won't. Like I want my friend back, and it's like it just break my heart that you tell me we ain't never gonna be friends again. One of us gonna go to the grave without us ever talking to each other, and then I found out my daughter got a baby. Like I got a granddaughter. I probably will never get to know her. No. And I be trying to like that's why I be out there trying to help. Man, I be trying to help kids and stuff. Like it was this. I'm not bragging about the stuff I do, but it was this little girl out there selling some cookies that she baked. Now let me tell you, I went to the bank and my card is like torn in half. Like and so I just went to go see. I wasn't trying to get no money out of my account, and somehow I ended up pressing the quick play, and it withdrawed $100. And it was this little girl out there selling cookies. Now I didn't want no cookies, but I wanted to show her the help, and that's all I had was the $100 bill, and I just gave it to her. Her mother. And I went on about my business. I didn't even take the cookies. I'm like, I'm on a diet or a lifestyle change, and I didn't want no cookies. So I gave her the 20 and went about my business. And her mother came in the store, and she was like, "Can I give you a hug?" She was like, "Thank you so much." And I didn't even care about Corona, about nothing that. I just gave the lady a hug because I'm tired of this. I like to talk to people online and stuff, and at the grocery store, and I like to interact with people. And like ever since this virus been out, like we don't like communicate. Nobody want to talk in line, and I'm usually the life of the party. If you have a party, I'm gonna talk to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my type of personality. I love people. I'm love like ever you ever heard like I got a subscription to a music. And I love music and the feeling that music give me. That's what I like to be to people. The music, like the song in their heart. Like that's me. Like when leave you with harmony. So that's how I try to make people feel and encourage people and brighten up people. But it's like I help a lot of people and help them with they self, and it's just like, man, I just can't fix that. Can't get to my own daughter. Like no matter what I do, I just can't get through to her. Like she been brainwashed, and you gonna pay for doing that. And the lady who took my daughter in Valeria, you gonna pay for that. But taking like destroying her, turning her against me, and all of that. See, that's I don't even have to like cause life kicking your butt right now. And it's like, your husband left you and a lot of stuff is going on because with your life because you ain't right. That ain't right for like that. And that you kept on telling me when I was younger, she was like, well, let's wait till she get this age. And then let's wait till she get this age. Like every time I would come to try and like, meet her or talk to her, they was like, oh well, you gonna mess up her life. Nah, you gonna mess up her life. They kept on telling me that. Like every time that I tried to meet my daughter and stuff, it just yeah. So I ain't gonna keep on crying about it. I'ma just hey, hey God give me the serenity to accept the things that I can't change and the courage to change the things that I can and the wisdom to know the difference. And if I can make a difference in other kids' life, then I guess that's have to do enough for me. Cause uh, it's like a lot of people. Like I talk to these kids, like man, I invite them over. Like I have Bible study with them. Like I take them on trips. Like I do a lot of stuff, and then with my own money. Like I don't even be like asking for like money and donations from their parents and stuff like that. I just, if I get it, I'm just take the kids with me, and that's why I try and help people. Like I do a lot of coaching for free, and I do a lot of stuff. you know, because I'll be trying to make up for the bad stuff that I did do with trying to do more good. But yeah, so I just gotta put it in God's hand. Ain't nothing I can do, you know. But I come with better energy the next day, y'all. It was just like today. It's just whoo. Today was one of them days, y'all. I can't believe I found that letter, but I'm gonna jump off of here and I will be back with man more positive energy, better than I was. So, man, I love y'all and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and man, I hope you sleep good. And cause I'm gonna sleep good, cause I'm gonna pray and I just gotta release it. And I feel better now that I was able to talk about it and get it out there. So I love you so much and thank you so much for watching. Love, peace, positive energy, abundance from me to you. Have a good night.